G'day guys and welcome back to Jans_gaming for another Dokkan battle video. So today's video is obviously dedicated to a team building guide of this AGL Future Gohan and Trunks. A really good unit, probably not a banner I would recommend summoning on, even though the double rates is extremely enticing, but if you did summon like myself, you were able to pull them. Let's jump into the guide. So the first team that I would love to build a team around is the hybrid Sane team. As you can see here, quite a decent sized roster, and what they do have is one of the better leaders in the game in terms of being actually really usable in difficult content. Ultimate Gohan is your first leader, the tech one, and if you don't have him, your secondary leader option is the STR Ultimate Gohan. Obviously he has aged a lot. We're really waiting on his EZA, and hopefully they do a really good job with his EZA and give him that guaranteed guard here. But yeah, if you've got Tech Gohan, obviously you're going to be running him as the leader. So the STR Ultimate Gohan does share 3 links with the AGL Gohan and Trunks, and then the Tech Gohan in base does share 2 links, and then that does bump up to 3 once he does transform or exchange, whatever you want to call it. So the first unit we're going to be putting on the team is obviously the Gohan and Trunks, and then we'll go through some of these better linking partners. So for 6 links, unfortunately there is only the TUR, which I wouldn't be running anyway. I can't imagine many people would have. So it's cross 6 out, but when we drop down to 5 links, you can use the exchange Future Gohan, the int one. He's still relatively good, nothing insane. I don't know if I would be putting him in the team, and honestly I don't have him. But what we do have as another option with the 5 slot is the Tech Transforming Trunks. In base he does share 5, but he doesn't stay in base for long, so might not be the best time to bring him, even though he will link up once you do exchange and you get into Super Saiyan. It'll work a little bit better, and he's stacking. I think there is better options you can bring on the team. So if you drop down to 4 links, you do have a few options as well. The first of which is the AGL Super Saiyan Gohan. He just seems to be getting more and more friends. I don't think this guy's ever going to be phased out of long events, and he's going to be great to use in that slot 1 early on. Once that guy gets off a couple defensive stacks, he's really solid, and that will give you time to build up and exchange the Gohan and Trunks. Another really good option is the the int and the Tech Super Saiyan 2 Gohans. Either of them would work really well. They both share 3 links as well. And then another option for 3 links is the recently EZA'd on global physical future Gohan. So once you build him up, as you can see, he does get that damage reduction, so he can be really good defensively in those longer events, and I think he's going to be a great option for the Hybrid Saiyans team moving forward. Hybrid Saiyans has just got so much good units in it. In terms of supports, these guys aren't going to actually provide support to the Gohan and Trunks, but for the rest of the team, as most of them aren't joined forces units, these guys are going to be great. They stack, they can perform multiple additionals, just a really solid unit. And this Kid Gohan, the AGL Kid Gohan, does also share 3 links with them as well. As you can see here, he does give that 3 key 58% defense. So as another stacker, add that onto the damage reduction that you can get once you exchange into the Future Gohan aspect, because as you can see here, does get the 58% damage. So he's going to be a must run. If you have them next to each other, they're going to be taking no damage, and you can even float him as just a support unit. So in total, I think my Hybrid Saiyans team, depending on the event, I think looking at a longer event and maybe something along those lines, because this World Tournament Gohan does take no damage. But if you were doing, say, a Super Battle Road run, this guy could be really good. He's a Hybrid Saiyan support, as well as a stunner. And if you are running him next to or on rotation with the Super Saiyan Gohan here, you can activate that unit super attack, and that is going to allow you to stack defense. So that's the first team that we're going to look at. I reckon my hybrid Saiyans team is going to look something like that, with the rotations being an ultimate Gohan and I don't know, and someone, maybe the two ultimate Gohans together, then the future Gohan and Trunks with the future Gohan once we're able to get that exchange, and that's the type of team we'd run together there. So the second option I'm going to actually combine is the leader skill of the actual Gohan. So what we're doing is the bond of Master and Disciples and Connected Hope, if I'm able to find it. There it is, and then Partial Max. So the advantage of this is that it again allows you to bring two of this guy. So this is really if you want to get the most use out of him possible. So we've already talked about good options here. We've got 4 with the Super Saiyan Gohan, and you've got 3 with this guy. And to be honest, that'd be 2 units that I really throw on here pretty much straight away. Once this guy does transform, he does also share 4 links with this guy who's actually on the SA18. I need to finish that up. Actually, that's probably what that second copy there is for. But once he gets his Easy A on global, that'll be a nice little combo that you can run together. Looking at the rest of the team here, again, you've still got Tech Trunks. The Tech Goku and Vegeta do actually share 5 links with the base. So before you do exchange into future Gohan by himself, and then once you do go into the, I believe they share 4 links when you do transform, and you are with both exchange. So that could be a nasty little combo there. They both have good damage reduction, both orb changing. That could be a really, really strong rotation if you wanted to put them in there. Obviously, bringing in Evolution Vegeta builds up. He's got that revival. Really solid, but you would want to be bringing World Tournament units around him to really get the to maximize his potential. If you look at both of the Super Trunkses, when you are exchanged into Gohan, the Super Trunkses do give off 3 links, which is very solid. Again, you got the option of bringing the Broly movie Trunks, but more importantly, you got this guy. So you're probably still going to be running a heavily hybrid Saiyans base team. It's just you have access to a few Vegetas, a few Gokus, and if you are in a longer term event, using someone like the physical Goku here alongside the Tech Vegeta here, orb changing nuking units are always going to have their use in this game, as we know. And again, what you can do if you don't actually have your own AGL Gohan and Trunks, you can run a Pycon lead and then run the Gohan as a friend. So that could be a handy little way to get some use out of this unit if you are saving up. But my team is probably going to include the Goku and Vegeta, and we could run him on rotation. Bring you, and who would we want? We could, again, it depends on the event. You could bring Pycon. He's got that guaranteed Ghost Usher later on in the event. So hopefully this has helped you guys with some team building ideas for this future Gohan. Obviously a really cool unit. He's got some sick animations, so hopefully you were able to snag him and you can put him into some events to do some work for you. So thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to keep up with the content, and hopefully I'll catch you all on the next video.